Welcome to the Avery Dennison Technical Review. Today we're going to be looking at the new Application Solution Pro from Avery Dennison. The benefit of this product, if you're a beginner, it allows you to make up a mix that is a little bit more favourable to give you more time to install. But if you're a professional, this will allow you to move at a really fast rate. It's a quick disintegrating surfactant. When you put it on the vehicle, it starts to break down within the water. Now the benefit of that, it slides around on the surface very easily, but then it starts to grip and build bond very quickly. And when it comes to finishing edges and wrapping around the sides of doors and panels, it allows you to move really quickly there as well because there's just less soap when you get to that point. So you sometimes don't need to use as much water to get it to lock in, or a tack solution, whatever your preference happens to be. The product being a quick disintegrating surfactant, it just dissipates very quickly under the film. So you have all the slide that you want for setting up your panel, and then as you are installing your panel, this is starting to break down underneath, and by the time you get to the edges, most of it is gone, and it allows really good adhesion. So it allows you to move at a really fast rate, and if you are an industry professional, I urge you to give this a go because it's fantastic and it's specifically designed for you. We'll mix some up, I'll show you how to use it, and you can decide for yourself. We recommend taking the lid off this little transfer chamber, giving the product a quick squeeze, that chamber will fill up, and then using a syringe to pull out 4 ml. Now this allows you to get a really accurate amount of solution into your 1 litre mix. Unlike using something like a baby shampoo where you can give it a couple of pumps, you might get a little bit of difference in the amount of liquid actually going in. 4 ml through a syringe is consistent, and the benefit of consistency is that you can tweak it for your own personal preference. In general, at around about 25 degrees, 4 ml works amazing. But as things get a little bit hotter, maybe you want to step up to 5 ml. If things are a little bit colder, maybe you want to step down to 3. And if you are moving at a very fast rate, you can make a slightly weaker mix so that adhesion builds a little bit faster as well. If you are a beginner, you can make a slightly different mix that's a little bit stronger, that just gives you more time to apply your panel. So we've got our 1 litre spray bottle here, and we've got our 4 ml that we'll put into here. And then once you put your 4 ml into this, just give it a bit of a mix up and agitation, and then you're good to go. So I've mixed out my 4 ml combination here. I also have a tack solution, which is just boiling water straight out of the kettle. So no alcohols, no other chemicals in there, it's just boiling water. Our Extreme PPF is designed to use hot water as a tack, and the Application Solution Pro, because it's designed to work with our products, is made to accentuate that grab. And so using the two of these together, you're going to get a really good performing bite out of our product. So the first thing we're going to do is spray down our surface. Spray down the film. And then apply that to the surface. I'm going to go to the back section just so that I can wrap around this corner here. So as you can see, you're getting all of that slide that you want from your slip solution. But where this really kicks into gear is around about that 5-minute mark. At 5 minutes, that adhesion starts to build on you, and at around about 10 minutes, it's really grabbing on quite strong. So we will start a stopwatch, and we will show you the difference in bite at those two levels. But just as far as an installation right now, I will show you how well the product works just in general. So spray a little bit on the surface as a buffer, and then start applying the film. And you can see now as well, I can give that quite a good pull without any tack on it at all. So it's pretty efficient. But as soon as I do add a little bit of tack to it, you should notice the effectiveness is really strong. So if I pull that now, you can see that that is really on there. So the alcohol tack that you're using right now, you don't need to use that. You don't need to get the alcohol on your hands. If you're doing it day in and day out, having alcohol on your hands constantly can, be pretty bad for your skin. Just hot water is all you need with our product. So we've got a really good bite there, and now I will stretch it around this edge. Clean off the surface, clean off the film. pull this around the edge like that and start tacking it down. And you can see how that grabbed straight away. So that is just a really, really good and efficient way of getting the film down. Just hot water. Another benefit of hot water as well is that this also heats up the film. So if you do need a little bit of flexibility to make the film conform a little bit, you don't need a steamer, you don't need to pick up any other like heat guns or anything like that. You're literally holding heat in your hand with your tack solution, which means I can, if I wanted to bridge down into this gap here, I can just heat the film. And the film will just conform really, really nicely into any areas that I need it to go into. Just like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start the clock for 5 minutes, and we're going to come back and you'll be able to feel the adhesion level that this film starts to build out very, very quickly. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes and we're back to review. Now, if you remember, I used a little bit of hot water tack over this side here so I can show you how effective that is with the Application Solution Pro. Right in the middle here, there isn't any tack at all. It was only this edge down here and this edge that had the tack solution, and our tack was just hot water as well. So in the middle, you should hopefully be able to hear the sound of that adhesion starting to build very quickly. So the hot water tack area, you can already hear that you're getting a really, really good bond out of that. Now, moving into this middle part here, where it's only the slip solution, no tack was applied here. And you can already hear that adhesion starting to build. So it just means that the film is working with you, not against you, especially if you're trying to move fast and the problem that you're having is that it's still sliding around, it's popping out of recesses, it's not locking in. Having a proper application solution that is disintegrating in behind the film to allow adhesion to build very quickly means that you can move much, much faster. It also works perfectly with our Rapid Edge technology as well. The two of those together is a really awesome combination. But definitely try the Application Solution Pro, and if you haven't tried Avery Dennison Extreme, give that a go, because that is a very, very flexible product, makes it very easy to install. And use hot water as your tack solution. One of the other benefits of a hot water tack as well is that when the area has been tacked down, if you need to lift and replace that panel or you need to move that panel around, you don't need to worry so much about adhesive lines because an alcohol tack is very, very aggressive. With the hot water tack, you're still getting enough of a bite to hold it where you need it to go, but it's not as aggressive, which means I can use some hot water and I can heat up the film, get it nice and warm, and then you can hear it comes away very, very easily. So you get the benefit of tack, but you also get the benefit of being able to reset it, pull it away, get some dust out, fix a small problem, and then re-tack it back down. Where if you try to do that with an alcohol-based tack, you're going to get a lot of adhesive lines and you're going to get imperfections in the film. So all of this stuff just works together to make sure that you're getting the best possible performance, the best speed, and the highest quality finish. So if you haven't tried Application Solution Pro, reach out to your local distributor and have a go now.